With just over 8 weeks until Election Day, and new polls show Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton deadlocked in a few key battleground states. So what does this mean for Trump's road to the White House? What would that look like? Well, let's talk to Karl Rove, Fox News contributor. He joins us today from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Good morning to you, Karl.
Morning there, Steve.
Okay, so, about a month ago, didn't look so good for Trump, but now in some of these battleground polls that we're going to put up, they're pretty much neck and neck. Let's go first to Arizona. Trump is at 42. Hillary Clinton is at 41. He's up by 1. In Georgia, the margin is Trump up by 3. In Nevada, Trump is down by 1. What do you make of all that?
Well, look, this confirms previous trends. Some of it good, some of it bad for Trump. Arizona and Georgia have been comfortably in the Republican column, so for him to be narrowly ahead is a concern. He can't afford to lose those 11 electoral votes in Arizona or the 16 in Georgia. On the other hand, Nevada, this also confirms a trend there, which is she hasn't been doing too well there. This is a close race in a state that has been traditionally very purple. There's one other state that NBC Marist came out with, which is good news for Trump, though we don't know if it's a trend, and that is New Hampshire. It showed the race there to be a 1-point Clinton lead. We haven't had a lot of polling in the state, but it has indicated a much wider Clinton lead. So if that state has closed, that's good news for Trump, because that's a state that the Republicans last won in 2000.
So, Karl, what's going on in the polls? Is it that he's becoming more popular? She's becoming less popular? Because, like I said, a month ago, it looked like she was trending toward winning.
Well, the answer to your question is yes, both. If you take a look at it, she peaks on August 7th. In the Real Clear Politics average of national polls, she has a lead of 7.9 points. And since then, that lead was cut to late last week by 2/3, down to 2.7. It's now back up to 3.1 point lead. But that's, she's lost 60% of her lead. Part of it is she's come down. Part of it is he's gone up. And if you look inside his numbers, his favorables have gone up 4 and his unfavorables have gone down 4. But nonetheless, both of these candidates are not well liked. Her unfavorables are 54%. His are 58%.
Well, and her unfavorables certainly can't be helped by the fact that she had that crazy thing, basket of deplorables. She talked about half of his audience.
Yeah, well, and look at her apology. I mean, this woman can't get it right. She says, well, I apologize for having said half of them were that way. Well, that was like her apology last week. They've said, well, she admitted a mistake with her email server, but in responding at the Commander-in-Chief forum, she says, I did everything right and I'd do it again. Well, that doesn't sound like an apology. Neither one of them is an apology. And
Karl, exit question, how big a deal is this health thing after it looks like she passed out yesterday?
Well, we got to divide it in half. The fact that she's got pneumonia is a problem, but what's an even bigger problem is that she was diagnosed on Friday and the public found out about it on Sunday. That just creates a heightened sense that she's hiding something, that there's something more there, because she's not being forthcoming about it. She has the episode on Monday in Cleveland where she's hacking. They finally get her to a doctor on Friday. They diagnose her with a minor case of pneumonia capable of being treated with antibiotics, but they don't tell us about it until Sunday. This is exactly the problem that causes people to say, what more do we need to know that she's not telling us?
Sure. And Donald Trump was on with us 20 minutes ago and said he just had apparently a physical or some blood work done, going to release it as soon as the numbers come in. So I guess it is an issue.
It would be really smart for him to put out all his health records. It would put big pressure on her to put out all her health records, including the episode that she had with a concussion that led to a 6-month recovery, according to her husband.
That's right. All right. Mr. Politics, Karl Rove, thank you very much for joining us today from Grand Rapids.
Great to see you, Steve.